Hello. Alright, we just got raided. I was in my waiting screen. Welcome raiders. Let me pull up the chat. Hold on. Alright, there you go. Look, it's you guys. We're doing social distancing. Alright, hold on. hold on. I gotta sit down at my computer now to shout you out. Welcome, Lone Star Cult. Let me see what you were doing. We're gonna do the shout out. Lone Star Cult. I can't type. I don't even know how to type. Play just chatting? Okay, that could be anything. We have no idea. It's like you got just chatting, you got retro. It could be literally anything. We have no idea. But we're just starting our stream. I do fishing every Wednesday. And today, we're just here. Let me greet people. Welcome Stream Elements, welcome Slime Molder, Yashima Panic, Duck, Probs Not Jack, Defins, Lone Star Cult, got Liquid Tendril, Gorian Wassenar, got Hardcore Hunter, Jurge Chungus, cool name. Cole, thank you for the 3 consecutive watch streaks. Or watch streams, I mean. Cole, don't look over the side of the boat, you'll scare the fish. Look, the fish, they're not even real. They're virtual. Oh, we had these fish from last time. I forgot to sell them. 18, you got like $19 from that. Yeah, fishing was comfy. What were we talking about? You were chatting? Were you chatting about, I don't even know. Horses, perhaps? Cowboys? Gaming? Perhaps you were chatting about gaming? Yo, you got back from Japan? How was it? I had a bunch of friends who went recently. They went for like the Hololive Fest or whatever. I should probably... I would like to go back to Japan at some point. Also, thank you, Rune, for the 11 months. Welcome as well. And for Evo Japan. Wait, was that happening? Was that recently? I don't know anything about fighting games. Right? I've heard of Evo. I think that's a thing. Yeah, Rune was there. Yeah, Rune is one of my friends who went to Japan for the Hololive thing. Oh, 2 weeks ago. Okay. It's pretty cool. Also, welcome Denji. Did you compete or you just went there to watch? You could have been a professional gamer. We never would have known. Almost a year. 11 months. That's a long time. That's like a year minus a month. It's like 1 month, but 11 times. But yeah, we're just here. You know, maybe I'll go to that part of the lake this time. I've been in the center of the lake for like several months now. I don't think I moved from here. So, you know, let's go over there. We're gonna have like a change of scenery for once. If I try to remember how to actually row this thing. Raiders, we normally don't do this. We normally stay in one spot for several months. Sometimes we go months without catching any fish. Just cause, you know, catching fish is effort. Today, we're going here. Also, oh, another raid. Thank you, Raibuka, for the raid. Great Ball. Is that a Pokemon reference? Hold on, what were you doing? I'm gonna assume you were playing Pokemon. I feel like I usually... If I've seen Raibuka stream games, it's usually like Splatoon. Or, what was that game? Not Harvest Moon. What is that other game? Stardew Valley? Pokemon Stadium, I knew it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Pokemon, that's the N64 one, right? Anyway, welcome Legend of Boomba, welcome Jelly-Filled Zombies, welcome Green Bones Dami, Rebuka, Nutritious, and Zoli, welcome. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you won many battles. I've never played Pokemon Stadium, but I am aware that it exists. It's a real game. It's definitely a real game. You got Pokemon, you got stadiums, you got enemies, you're fighting people. It's pretty cool. Anyway, we just rode over here today. See, we're so close. Sometimes you can see a deer over there. You know, a small deer. It's pretty cool. We won many battles and lost many battles. To freeze and Abras. Abras, don't those things just teleport away? I don't actually know about Pokemon Stadium. Is there like a story mode in that game? You're just battling. You don't like capture Pokemon. Like you make a team, you fight. They use Psychic a lot. Dang. I don't know. I didn't even have an N64. Pokemon Stadium on N64 was so good because you got to see a red, blue Game Boy Pokemon in 3D for the first time. Is that one of the ones where you could put your Game Boy cartridge in it? Like it had like a cartridge slot? That's pretty cool. Could you have like a link cable perhaps? Just battles, but on the Switch Online you can only use rental teams with weird movesets. Wait, doesn't the Switch Online, like... Wait, they don't have Pokemon Red and Blue on there, do they? Because I feel like if they did, they would have something where you could trade Pokemon across them. It came with an adapter that plugged into your controller. Oh, I see. That's pretty cool. Into your controller? I would have assumed it would have been like in the cartridge. You guys remember like on the on the GameCube they had the Super Game Boy you could put in your Game Boy cartridge? I would have assumed it was like that. Okay, it's in your controller. It does not. Wait, does it connect with Pokemon Home? Unfortunately not, I guess. Is there a way to like get your Pokemon from like the first gen onto Pokemon Home? Is it like you trade it with a bunch of systems? You trade your Pokemon to like Pokemon Gold, and they trade that. You trade in each successive generation, and then eventually you can get your original Pokemon from Pokemon Red all the way to the latest game. Switch Online doesn't have anything for Game Boy cartridges. I guess that makes sense. Like, what if they added Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Blue? They could do that. Think about the N64 from time to time. Do people consider N64 to have many good games? I mean, when I think of N64 classic games, I think of, like, Mario 64. I think of, I guess Kirby. Yeah, Kirby 64. Pokemon Snap. Everyone loved Pokemon Snap. They had the sequel on the Switch. Everyone. I don't know how that was received. Welcome Forever Yun as well. Actually, that's all the games that was Zelda. They had Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. Paper Mario, also true. Was there a Metroid game on N64 that was good? I don't remember ever hearing about one, so maybe not. But now that I think about it, okay, maybe there weren't that many. Maybe there weren't that many N64 games. Oh yeah, okay, they had a Banjo-Kazooie. That was a classic. The 3 big rare games. So it was like Banjo-Kazooie. They had was there Donkey Kong? Oh, they had Smash Bros. The first one. But no one really talks about Smash 64. Actually, there's fewer games than I thought. I can't really remember that many. A Donkey Kong. I don't know, that's it. The Quest 64, isn't that a thing? Bango Tooie. Oh, Banjo too. I was also thinking of Conker's Bad Fur Day, but I don't know if that one was very well received. Yeah, it doesn't even have 64 games. It's only got like 10 games, okay? Wait, but like when they released the N64 stuff on the Switch, right? Were there games that people were like, "Oh man, I can't wait until they add this"? Because all I remember is that they had, didn't they have like Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time on there? And then what else? That was it. Star Fox, I guess. Did I say welcome, Slime Molder? Did I welcome you? I did. You were here. You were the first one here, actually. How did I forget? Star Fox? I've never played Star Fox. Was there like an F-Zero game? I actually didn't know this until, I think sometime last week or 2 weeks ago. You guys know, like, F-Zero? What? I never thought about the meaning of the name. I was like, why is it called F-Zero? Like, 2 weeks ago, I was in, like, NanoDan's chat, and they mentioned, like, F1. You guys know F1 racing? They're like, what's before F1? It's F-Zero. That's a reference to F1. And I never considered this. I was told that a couple years ago. I didn't even know. It's like one of those words that you're just like, oh, that's just it. And then you don't think about why why it's like that. Is this true? I think so. You look it up. F-Zero, F1. It makes sense. It's like my entire life, I've just been thinking. It's like, that's an interesting name. But never related it to real life. And I think it might have, like, the way I learned it was in NanoDan's chat. I think Handful is making a joke. He's like, F-Zero, isn't that the thing before F1? And then I was like, wait, is that real? And then I looked it up, and on all the wiki articles, it's like, this may be a reference to F1. And I was like, that makes too much sense. But I think that's what it is. Keyboard doesn't even have an F-Zero button. True. It only goes up to F12. You guys know there's like an F15 button? If you have a Stream Deck, even if your keyboard doesn't have like an F15 button, you could map the keyboard. You can map a button. Denty's got the fancy keyboard. F18? Dang. That's advanced. He could bind all of his VTube Studio hotkeys to that. He could trigger so many things. Apparently Formula 2, 3, and 4 are things that exist. I've also never thought about that. It's like, why is it called Formula 1? Right? It's like, would that implies Formula 2? But I've never heard of it. So is it even real? Always wonder how the Stream Deck actually does hotkeys. Does it pretend to be a keyboard or does it do something else? It's just like a WebSocket thing. It runs a WebSocket server locally. When you press a button, it sends like some event. And then it just does stuff arbitrarily. But yes, you can set it up to actually pretend to be a keyboard. It could do keyboard inputs, it can move stuff around. The fact that it does WebSocket stuff makes it not that performant. Like if you try to spam the button, it doesn't work immediately. There's a very noticeable delay. But for most things, it works fine. Yeah, it has an HTTP stack. It actually, most of the interface is like in JavaScript. When you're writing a Stream Deck plugin, you're just writing like the menus, you're just writing it in JavaScript /HTML. It kind of sucks, to be honest. I tried writing one. It was really inconvenient because I think the way they have it set up, they don't write it for people that know front-end web dev. It's just written for like, you know, there's no real framework. You just do whatever. Not a fan. Write it in Rust. I tried. It was too much effort. Because even if you just write the backend stuff, just to get it to show up in the UI, is really annoying. You can't easily bundle stuff. If you know front-end web dev, you know, you typically expect to use like NPM or Yarn or something, but it doesn't conveniently support that. I don't know. They don't provide packages either. You gotta like download, you like copy paste some code into your code base, into like a JS file, into an HTML file, and then manually write stuff out. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Would not recommend it. That's why like the buttons that are on my Stream Deck, instead of writing actual Stream Deck plugins, I'm just using a plugin that executes a shell script, and then that just like does the stuff that I need. Like when I trigger like the water drinking thing, it's not really doing anything special. It's just like triggering like a VTube Studio script that I have, and then it just does it as a shell script. Anyway, I don't know. It's cool though. It's cool that it kind of works sometimes. But yeah, we're here. We're here today on this side of the lake. We're so far away. Remember when we used to be over there? And now we're here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Welcome, Inflow. Yeah, things kind of working. Things do be kind of working though. Anyway, it's been getting like really warm. I don't know, like noticeably today, like right now, it feels much warmer than it was last week. I wonder what the temperature is. Let me check. I can't check my phone. Cause I got my headset on. Face ID doesn't work. Officially no longer permanent jacket season. True. I don't know. I might finally need to wear short sleeves. You know? Been wearing long sleeves for such a long time. Now it's April. April. My hand is so shaky in VR. April 12th. Wednesday, April 12th. It's good. Good times. But yeah, I at work today. Spent a lot of time actually doing work. Mostly just like writing small PRs, getting small things merged, finding out it doesn't work, and then opening another PR, waiting for a long time because everyone works in Europe. Yeah, work. This guy's working. Yeah, doing work at work. I mean, typically at work, we have like a lot of downtime. Or like, it depends, I don't know. Because sometimes you write a bit of code, you submit a pull request, you go do a bunch of minor other stuff, and then you wait. Today I was like writing a lot of stuff. Also, welcome V Templar. How goes the fishing? Thank you for reminding me. I have not actually been fishing. It's 26 minutes into the stream, and I have not started fishing. Okay, but now, now I'm gonna be fishing. Here we go. We're doing the fishing. There we go. We're fishing right now. The title of the stream could have been like a clickbait thing, but not anymore. I'm actually fishing now. Anyway, we have 2 streams in a row where I actually got to use my 3D model. Yesterday, Passepartout. Today, this. Tomorrow, who even knows? Tomorrow, Dark Souls? What if I modded my model into Dark Souls? Actually, what if... Have people done that? You could probably do it, right? What if I modded Wolfie Wolfington into Dark Souls 2? That sounds like a lot of effort, though. Crab fight? What's that? Okay, we got our first fish today. Guilting himself into fishing. Look, nowadays I do actually fish. You know, it's not like 3 months ago when I would just stand here, not even fishing. We've made so much progress. I'm like actually catching fish. You catch like a whole bucket load of fish. A whole cooler full of fish even. Anyway, yeah, Passepartout has the Vroid model support. And I think when I checked on the Vroid website, they listed like all the applications that officially have support for it. I think I did see Crab Fight. I didn't know what Crab Fight was, but I saw it on there. And I think it's pretty cool that games encourage you to do this kind of stuff nowadays. You know, it's built into the game. I think Passepartout 2 actually, they're having a contest or something. Like if you stream yourself using a custom Vroid model in Passepartout 2 and you upload your VOD somewhere, you could tag it with like you're entering this contest. You have a chance to win like a $75 Steam gift card or something, or a motion capture or whatever. It's there. You could do it. I probably won't do it though. People mod a bunch of models into Monster Hunter Rise. You could maybe find a way to do that. Probably. I don't know. I don't feel like doing it. Modding stuff it feels like effort. Did enjoy seeing Wolf walking around in the game. Yeah, the other streamer that I saw do it, in Nijisanji JP, I think Leos Vincent, he was streaming Passepartout a few times as well. And I think he had his own custom model as well. It's pretty cool. I saw like Mume was playing yesterday, but she was not using a custom model. But yeah, that game's fun. I finally figured out how to do screenshots. Post it, or not screenshots, to export the images. I posted them on the Discord. I posted some of them on Twitter. I posted the "You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?" I posted that on my Twitter. It's popping off. People love seeing the shrimp. They love seeing the shrimp frying the rice. It's nice. I figured out how to scam people in that game. I just remember the end of that stream, I scammed a guy out of like several $1,000s by selling him something and then taking the painting back immediately. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool unexpected bug. I don't know how long that game actually is. I remember I played Passepartout 1 a few times, or like once on stream. And I think it was over in like 2.5 hours. So this one, I don't know, maybe it's much longer. Like the first one was very linear. It's like there was actually a story and you were forced to progress or die. And this one you can kind of just walk around. You could just draw as much as you want. Well, if you disqualify for the contest. I think the contest was just like, just have a VOD of you playing the game. Right? You didn't have to really do anything. I don't know how to find the entries for it. Like when I search Vroid Passepartout 2 on YouTube, I only saw like 2 videos. But I don't know. I also feel like I probably don't want to enter it because there's probably other people that could use the prize money even more than I do. Right? I know one of the top reward is this thing called Mokopi, which is the like motion tracking stuff in VR. And I looked it up. Apparently it's not that good. A lot of videos are just like, here's this product from Sony. It actually kind of sucks. Don't buy it. And so I'm like, maybe I don't want it. Maybe I don't even want your reward. Maybe it's actually bad. Mokopi, yeah. Is it good? Have you seen people using it? I heard that it drifts a lot. Like it looks good for like a few seconds or like a few minutes, but then you gotta keep recalibrating it. So I don't know. I mean, it's probably better than the tracking I have now, which is like only controller and headset. It's mediocre. Yeah, that's what I assumed. I don't know, it looks so promising though. Like when they had their trailer, it was like, yo, this is revolutionary. But it might not actually be that good. I don't know. You contacted Sony support? Yo, what the? They told you to frick off what? Sony told Denchi __ to frick off? I can't believe they would do this. To Denchi. The Denchi. Unbelievable. They don't even know. I don't know. I mean, I guess you don't need to add support for it specifically, right? Because Steam VR has it has like a thing where you can track stuff individually. And I'm gonna assume that Mokopi does stuff with Steam VR. So if you could tap into the Steam VR API, detect trackers. They have their own SDK. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. It seems annoying. Just asking them to send me hardware. They're like, frick off. Denchi VTube Studio sucks. This app sucks. What if they're making their own VTuber software? What if that's why? Sony VTube dot whatever. I don't know. They could be doing it. I could see it. I don't know. VTube Studio is so commonly used nowadays. Like, if you ever see any indie VTuber, they're probably using VTube Studio. Right? I mean, there are other ones, but I rarely hear other people using them. Anyway, I don't know. But, I actually didn't realize that Pixiv owned, Vroid. Or like Vroid Hub or whatever. I didn't know Pixiv owned Vroid. Until I like used Passport 2 and tried to, you know, link my account. Apparently, if you want to use Vroid Hub, you have to have a Pixiv account. There's like, you can't log in with email, you have to use Pixiv. And I said, wait, I know Pixiv. They paid me money to draw stuff for them. They have my art in a Pixiv art book. I use that website. The Yellowfish. Yo, what's the Yellowfish? Here, I know this game's called Catch and Release. We will actually... This is like a really small fish. I will release this one. Oops. Did it just clip through the boat? It's pretty cool. Forgot to buy the Wolfie art book. Oh yeah, if you were in Japan, you could have purchased it for cheap. Because the yen is not doing so well. Wonder why they don't have their own tracking integrated into the Vroid app. You mean like Face ID stuff? I don't know. Also, welcome Warfish. Maybe that's what they're working on. Maybe that's why they told you to frick off. Oh wait, but Pixiv, okay. Sorry, those are different. Sony does not own Vroid, so that's probably not. It's probably completely unrelated. But what if it did? What if they're planning to acquire Vroid? That could be it. They're in it for the long con. You know, they're like, VTube Studio. That's our future competitor. We're gonna purchase Vroid. Their secret plans leaked. Leaked, we found out about it in this chat. Yeah, what if? I do say what if a lot. I also ask a lot of very obvious questions. Like, have you ever experienced, and then name of a very common thing? Have you ever even seen a fish in your life? Do you even know what a fish is like? I have. I've seen a fish. I'm seeing a fish right now. That's me. That's classic Wolfie. Also, why am I catching so many small fish today? This fish is tiny. Yeah, what about it? And then we always talk about time. Why does time go by so quickly? What if I made like a Wolfie bingo thing? Just have like a list of very common things that I do on stream. And then at the start of every stream, you just generate a bingo board. You could get the bingo. The middle square could be hydrate because I do that all the time. Do I get money for releasing the fish? Yes. I don't know where the money comes from. Maybe it's like the Environmental Protection Agency sends it to me. Free spacing, hi to Stream Elements. That's not true because sometimes Stream Elements doesn't show up. Sometimes Stream Elements just doesn't work for the day. So it doesn't show up. Super chat from the fish. I think I should maybe also change up my my intro screen. This could be done in Discord. True, I can make a Discord bot. You could post your bingo. Just have like a list of common things that I do. You're telling me, what if that's the thing? What if I say, I don't know, what are some common things that I do? I feel like we've been over this. A common thing is to just say, I've talked about this on stream before, comma, but, and then rest of sentence. Was there a reason to spam your Discord? There's no reason. You're telling me a fish something. The bears? No, the bears are real. See, sometimes it's over there. Well, like the bears would only be a bingo on Wednesdays. Right. It's not like every stream. Only on the fishing streams. D's nuts, mentioning a D's nuts joke. I don't know. I don't even know. You're telling me a fish released, the catch a caught released this fish. Oh, look at that, there's a fox. You guys seeing that fox over there? No, that's a deer. No, that's not a fox, that's a deer. You guys seeing that deer? It's right there. No, it's real. Here, I'll even zoom in. See, where's the zoom? Where's the zoom in? Oops, oh god. Okay, look at this. I can't tell. Yo, what is that? That's a deer. That's a deer. Whoops, that's the wrong scene. Does the boat move? It only moves if I row it. It did move today, though. I was over there, and then at the start of this stream, I rowed over here. And now we're gonna be here for at least a month, because that's how I do these streams. I play this game, and then every few months I think, we've been here for like a long time. Maybe we should actually move the boat somewhere else. Just for a change of scenery. You know, I usually avoid going over there because there's like mosquitoes, they're really loud. I go over there, there's like bzzz, and it sucks. It sounds awful. And then if you go on that side of the lake, it's really dark. It's a bit unpleasant. Welcome, Choco Jack. You're telling me, Choco Jacks, a chocolate Applejack. A chocolate. They thought of it. They have mosquitoes. Yeah. Well, the mosquitoes are only over there. That's why I never go over there. Cause there was like one time I went over there and it sounded really loud. Especially with the directional audio. Like it sounded like when I play this game and it's like thundering, some people are like, whoa, it sounds like real thunder. But if you go over there, it's gonna sound like a thing is really flying around. It's really unpleasant. Would not recommend. You're telling me A shrimp? You're telling me, comma, a shrimp? Me, I am a shrimp. You're telling me? I, the shrimp? You're telling me? It's multiple chocolate jack? No. There's only one. Chicken fried stick. Mosquitoes buzzing in my ears just like real life. I mean, it is gonna be summer soon. And that's usually when the mosquitoes start showing up. And it sucks. Wait, the radio fell off. The radio literally fell off, for real. Also, did I get like another watch? Has this always been here? I guess I have 5 of them. I didn't even know. Oh no, I think it fell off. There was like one over here. Yeah, physics. The radio fell off. It did fall off. People don't even listen to the radio anymore. No, that's not true. We talked about this. People do listen to the radio. L plus radio, yo. That's cool. What times though? Let's do L plus radio plus 2. I'm hoping it rains today. That's my favorite part of the streams, is when it rains in this game. It's got this nice overcast feeling. Anyway, yeah, we're here. I just feel weirdly out of breath for some reason. Maybe it's because like I'm standing up. You know, you guys ever notice when you're standing up? It's like, I don't know, it's like when you're standing up, you're usually better at vocalizing, right? Like you tend to project your voice better. Because your body's straight. I don't know, it feels more exhausting. Need a fishing hat? I have one. The only issue is that if I put on the fishing hat, it doesn't look good on stream. Right, look, if I put this on, whoops. If I put this on, it looks weird, right? It's like the top part, you can't see it. To me, it feels like I'm wearing a hat. But to you guys, it's just like obscuring the vision. And also, it's like this immersion breaking thing. Because like, the chat, you can still kind of see it. You can still see the chat through the hat. It doesn't make sense. It's not good. It's not good for streaming. Look what you did. The hat's in the lake now. I already set up my window screen, not like I put it in front of my window for half a year. I'm ready for bugs. I thought you meant like your window, like your windows. You set up your windows for summer? But no, I know what you mean. You set up the screen. The other type of screen. And it doesn't show up on my model. I think it does, it's just my model is huge. And it just goes into my... It's absorbed by my head. That's what it is. I think like if I used a different model that's more human proportioned, it would show up. I could do that after I catch this fish. I could show you. Show you that the hat actually shows up. Does it even protect against the sun or the rain? I mean, the sun and rain in this game don't do anything. So, not really. Another tiny fish. What the heck? Get out of here. The chat in the hat. Yo, chat is French for cat, though. Wolfie much rounder in the game, true. This model is like one of those mascot costumes, the smaller Wolfie is inside this one. No, it's me. It's just me, okay? It's the real me. Now if you want to check out some of the other models, I've shown this before. I'll be this guy. Hey, it's me. This guy's actually much shorter than I am. Hold on. Okay, but if I'm this guy, and I put on the hat, then it looks like this. What does that look like? It's floating above me. See, okay, this model is shorter than I actually am. What if I adjust it? If I set the calibration. See, look, why is this guy, the VR thing is right here. There, it's like this. Oops. What does that look like? What does this even look like? No, it's clipping into my head. It doesn't work. It's too tall. I'm too tall for this guy. What about one of the other models? Remember this guy? This is gonna look messed up. This is gonna be a jump scare. Okay, what was this guy? I changed this guy's settings once and I never changed it back. This is real. This guy is real. I messed up this guy's legs one time. I changed the legs and got the legs are in the back. It's like a centipede. It's got like tiny T-Rex arms. He turned him into a snail. Detective Mills, that's his name. I don't know if you can reset this model. Edit calibration. What did I do? How did this even happen? Let's become a fish. Well, anyway, enough of that. We're going back to this. How did I even do that? I forgot. It was like before I streamed on Twitch, I think. I changed some settings somewhere. The hat even shows up in the POV. It does. It does. To me, it feels like I'm actually wearing a hat. The only difference is like when I look down, I can still see the chat through the hat, and it doesn't make sense. John Counter-Strike 3. Detective Mills, how about you detect yourself some fishes? True. More like Detective Bad. Am I right? Am I right, guys? Looks like something you'd make in Spore. I know that game. That's a game where you make weird creatures. I don't really know the point of that game. I remember when it was first announced, everyone was like, yo, Spore is so cool. You could make any creature you want. And then I never heard anything else about it. It's just like a meme. I've never played it. I've also only watched it. I think I saw someone in like Holo EN was playing it a long time ago. Maybe it was Fauna, I don't know. I tuned into like one stream. And I said, I don't know about this one. Which game? Spore. Spore was overhyped but not actually bad. What's the point of it though? You're like, you go from like a single cell organism and then you just like evolve. What's the end goal? What are you even doing in that game? Got the fish. Some VTuber, I'm sure a lot of VTubers played it. You know what game a lot of VTubers are playing today? Q Remastered. I feel like everyone in Hololive and Niji-Sanji is playing that game now. I don't know why that is, but it's just like every time I check YouTube, everyone Q Remastered, Q Remastered. Everyone's doing it. What are you doing in catch and release? I'm catching and releasing. You don't always need to have a goal, true? You're just chilling in Spore. Spore also promised a lot of features that were eventually cut because I forgot it was a game coming out in 2008. I mean, at least it did release, right? What's that game, like Star Citizen? Isn't that a game that was supposed to release like forever ago? And I keep getting scope creep. Looks like it was Fauna. Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember Fauna played Spore. I watched Callie play Q Remastered. Simultaneously fascinating and frustrating. I was watching Renzoto from NijiEN play yesterday. I was like, man, this guy does not understand physics. He kept doing the same thing over and over. And in my brain, I was like, can you just like put the thing there? I didn't say this on stream, but I'm just like, man, if I was playing this game, I would be so good. I would be an expert. No, I didn't say that. But everyone is playing it. Yeah, a lot of NijiEN are playing it. A lot of Hololive are playing it. Also, welcome Faye Channel. You're gonna fish too. Let's go. But one thing I learned about Q Remastered is that the official Twitter, they basically retweet every VTuber who's streaming that game. And they actually give like custom messages too. It's not like they just retweet the tweet. It's like they quote retweet it, and then they say like, hey, make sure to check out this guy. And then they like name some specific thing to that streamer. Like they obviously do their research on the people that are playing it. They at least like look up their channel, find out what their fan base is called. Check it out. This streamer's playing it. Like Ren is an alien, and he's like, check out this. Is an alien smart enough to play this game? Stuff like that. It's cool. Even like tiny indie VTubers. I'm just quote retweeting everyone. It's cool. Drive backseating engagement by being terrible at the game. True. So true. Me when I watch someone play Dark Souls and they don't know what they're doing and they're missing something. That's me. Q Remaster. I feel like that's a game I probably would have like, if I had known it existed a year ago, I probably would have tried streaming it. But also it's like everyone's playing it now. So it's like I kind of don't, you know, I usually don't stream games that everyone's playing. Just cause, you know, people have seen enough of it. They've had enough of Q Remastered. Yo, Wolfheads, check out this guy wolfing over the game. This guy's wolfing. Could save it for in a year. The thing is, like Q Remastered, I think it came out like several years ago, right? It's like for some reason everyone's playing it now, but it's actually a pretty old game. I don't know what suddenly caused like the resurgence. It's like Kukiyomi. You guys remember that game? It's like the Japanese game where you try to be considerate. For some reason, everyone was streaming that game like a year or two ago. It's remastered. No, I think even the remastered wasn't the remastered version. Okay, maybe it was like an old game they remastered it recently. I'm not sure. Maybe that's it. I didn't consider that. What if it's not actually remastered? What if they put the word remastered in the name? Even though it's not, even if it's not remastered? Like imagine if there was no Dark Souls 1. If they just released it as Dark Souls Remastered originally. Everyone's like, yo, this is a new game. Released half a year ago. I guess that's what I meant, right? Well, I don't know. Half a year ago. Maybe. Like, why was no one streaming it half a year ago? I don't even know. I think about Nautilus D's. Got him. A floating shell thing? I don't know what that is. Animal or the thing league champion? What? The floating shell thing? Nautilus is also like a file explorer, right? In Linux. I used to use that. Nautilus, you guys know Nautilus? That's a thing. It is, I know, I used it. Yeah, the GNOME one. I think I used to use Thunar. It's the one that's built into XFCE. Yeah, I didn't really like Nautilus that much. I don't know, that was an XFCE. Yeah, you know Thunar, I use that one. Or I used to, when I would actually use Linux. Dolphin. When I think Dolphin, I think of the, what is like a GameCube emulator, I think. I've never used it, but that seems like the main one. I think it's on the Steam store now. You know, Steam has a lot of emulators on it. Yeah, Nautilus, a cephalopod. Is built in on Ubuntu. That's what I assumed. It's like one of the major file explorers. Also, welcome like it. These are fun package names. Dolphin. KDE. I'm not a huge fan of KDE. I don't know. GNOME was too heavy. KDE also feels too heavy. I like XFCE. It was good. It was lightweight. It's great. Great times. Dolphin emu. I know that means emulator, but also an emu is an animal. I got a dolphin and an emu. GameCube Wii Triforce emulator. What's that? Dolphin. It's just a big dolphin. Yep. I don't like that it was raining for a few seconds and then suddenly it just stopped. If you're gonna rain, do it for at least like a few seconds. I mean, at least a few minutes. Like I said, it did rain for a few seconds. I wonder I read that for the first time. Triforce? Yeah, what does that mean? Also, did you copy paste that, or was that the Wii, the I in the Wii is like capitalized? Did you type that manually? The Triforce is an arcade system board. Developed by, what the heck? I've never heard of this. Connects to a GD-ROM drive? A GD-ROM drive? What the heck is that? The heck? I've never heard of this. Triforce game system? Is that even real? Yeah, GDs. GDs. GD-ROM is an actual thing. Dreamcast? Wait, they didn't use regular CDs? Yo, CD. CDs. Gigabyte disc reel. What the heck? Dreamcast games weren't like a gigabyte. Did you ever think about how like the files, like CDs that games were on, they used to be so small. We've talked about this. Like when you would have your PlayStation games, you'd have to swap out the disc. Final Fantasy IX, disc 4. Once you get to a certain point, you gotta take out the disc, you put in the other disc. They weren't that big. Developed by Yamaha to curb piracy. What? How would that curb piracy? Just because it's like a proprietary format? 100. Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. Someone just had like a ton of memory cards. So check this out. It's also like back in the day when people would have these huge computer mainframes and they would advertise it, yo, this has a whole 64 kilobytes of storage. It's like a server room that took up like, you know, an entire room for 64 kilobytes of space. Remember when you could just burn games on disk and they would work? I remember when I got my PS1, the store that I bought it from, they had like an optional thing where you could like pay them 20 bucks extra and they could like modify it so that it could read CD-ROMs. Or like, you could burn a game on a CD and they could just play them. But I did not do that. Visited a friend in Prague and we just accidentally stumbled on a fully fledged arcade that had DDR and Mario Kart. Mario Kart? I know there is actually a Mario Kart like official arcade game. I remember when I went to Japan I saw it. I saw a few of them. But I don't know if you mean the official Mario Kart arcade or like someone that just happened to install Mario Kart on an arcade machine. Oh, it was like the official one. Dreamcast didn't even need that. You could just run pirated games. You could. I never even tried it. Now the official one. I don't know. I saw it, but I never played it. I just remember because like when I went to Japan, I was like sitting around in the arcade waiting for someone, I think. And I would just sit down at the Mario, sit down on the Mario arcade game. And it would just play. It would just play on loop, you know? It's good, it's fun. Mario, yeah, Mario. It's the top selling movie of all time. We were already exhausting, my friend had to go, we had no time to check it out. I feel like the thing with arcade games though, it's like they're pretty expensive. Right, you pay 1 minute, you play like 3 minutes. It's a long time. Germany's an arcade wasteland for legal reasons. Well, I feel like arcades like everywhere besides Japan are kind of like scarce nowadays. Like even in America, I remember there used to be this arcade in Chinatown, New York, in Manhattan. It had pretty good machines, but then like over the years things are just dying out. Round 1 arcade is a thing that exists here though, but in general there's not too many. Yeah, Dave and Buster's, I guess like you could argue that's not real. That's not real machines. It's not real arcades. It's like a normie arcade. Gatekeeping arcades, that's me. Germany's extra scarce, perhaps. Is it Game City Praha? I've never heard of that. It's the only DDR that shows up in my arcade location. I don't know. Round 1 is pretty cool though. They got karaoke. They got official games from Japan. Round 1 opened right up in my town at the end of the before times. I haven't seen it back since. I feel like that's the worst time to open a business. You're like, you know, like I can't wait to open my business, get customers, and then COVID, and then they release COVID, and no one goes outside. I'm pretty sure like a ton of the restaurants I like going to, they're probably not open anymore. Many of them closed down. I think I looked up recently. The karaoke place that I used to go to before COVID was the thing, I was like wondering if it was still open. I looked it up this weekend. It is still open. I'm surprised. I thought it would have closed down by now. Tell me people still go karaokeing during COVID. Dave and Buster's would be my #1 location if I visited the US. Really? The #1 location you would visit? Do they? Okay, I think they do have DDR and stuff like that. But it's like it's like when I go to arcades, I usually don't associate it with like, right? If you go to Dave and Buster's, go to arcades. People are just drinking. Sometimes people just spill alcohol on the machines. That doesn't seem like a good time. Don't open your business right before pandemic. True. True. I think my round one opened right around COVID time too. I think the last time I went to one, I don't even remember. It was quite some time ago. It was definitely... I don't remember if it was like the year before COVID started being a thing. I was there. We went there for karaoke. And the room was very dirty. Someone like left a mess in the room and they didn't clean it up. We were just in there. There was stuff on the floor. Oh, this is kind of gross. It's kind of weird. Arcades are that kind of dead. That kind are dead here. I need my fix. I don't know. You could go if you go to Japan. There's so many arcades there. Is your phone back? Let me. I'm gonna hydrate. It's hydration time. It's been an hour and 8 minutes. Alright. You guys ever watch streamers and then they drink water but they don't announce ahead of time? But then you can tell from the movement of their model that they're drinking water? That's always funny to me. It's like they just stop talking. You can see them move their head up, drinking water. You're like, they're definitely hydrating right now. Also, welcome MQ Comics. It's cool. It's cool that you can tell VTubers are doing things. Got another tiny fish. Exactly $3. Sometimes they don't mute and you can hear the gulps. Also true. I always mute though. I don't need people to hear the noises. I like when they step away from the computer and the model gets stuck. True, also true. I feel like I never go AFK during my streams. Like when I first started streaming, I think like sometimes halfway through the stream I would leave to go to the bathroom. But not anymore, you know. I've gotten so used to being in front of the computer for like 2 to 3 hours. I've just internalized it. I've become accustomed to it. Yeah, Anna's good. Anna's AFK face. She always does like this smile. Her eyes wide open, her smile. Headphone jack is fixed. I still feel wobble. Certainly a design issue. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, your phone. That was a thing. I should get around to sending my phone repairs. Pika-me would just stare straight at the screen. Oh, Pika-me. I saw that they released a cover. She I think before she graduated, she did this cover with someone from FaZe Connect. I think they finally released that like yesterday or 2 days ago. Good old Pika-me. Don't know why her model would just default to a facing straight position. So actually in VTube Studio, there's a setting. You could choose whether if you lose face tracking, you could set it to keep the position that it was at, or reset to default. I guess you chose to set it to default for some reason. But you can configure that. You could do. Wait, you probably know this. Aren't you a VTuber like it? More people should choose it. I think it's not the default. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe it is the default. It could be, because I've seen other VTubers that do that. It's high comedy. It was so funny. I like when people stream in 3D and their model just starts drifting. You know? They just stand and their body starts moving moving slightly as they lose tracking. At a PNG, okay. Well yeah, then in VTube Studio you could set it. I don't remember what the default is. A GIF? A GIF? You guys say GIF or GIF? The inventor says it's GIF, but I think he's stupid. I think no one should trust him. He doesn't even know. He thinks it's pronounced GIF. What does he know? Welcome, Sleepy. Fishing? No, you spelled that wrong. It's fishing with an F. The PH, that's a different thing. That's a totally different connotation. And I would not recommend it. He thinks because he invented a word? Well, he invented the format. The thing is, it's an acronym. You can't say how an acronym is pronounced. That's absurd, okay? And he decided that after the fact. You know, it was like somewhere in the past 10 years. You think you can invent a format and just come out here and say how it's pronounced? No. He should not have that kind of power. It's up to the people. And also, it's not a very good image format. It's actually pretty bad. That's why people use MP4 files everywhere. Because it's so inefficient. They gotta have every frame. Everything's there. Whoa, that's loud. That's a loud thunder. I feel like this part of the lake just has really small fish. Right, we've just been getting these tiny fish. Okay, I guess some of these are pretty big. But the average size of fish is pretty small. It's good if you have literally 4 frames. No, but like, there are better formats. Like animated PNG, it's like objectively better. Mind if I ask what's up with the left screen? Aren't you usually here for this? Or do you mean like the this thing? The thing over there? It just does that. There's like a Steam VR update. It does stuff. It's just the first person view. Guess you can clarify what do you mean by what's up with it? It used to not have those things. I don't know what changed. But then it's like, if I crop it, then you're going to be losing information. You can't have that. You want to see the maximum view. Like when most people stream like in VR, they typically just have like, it's cropped, so you can't see the top and bottom. So like the streamer can see what's up here, but you guys can't. But with me including the whole thing, you can see everything. You know, if I say, look at that sun is right there, you could see it. If it was cropped, you would only see up to here. And you'd be like, what sun? There's no sun. But there it is. It's shining, we can stare at the sun. So when I download a GIF, it says .png, I'm confused. No, but it's not a GIF. It's a PNG, it's an animated PNG. Sometimes people use that like .apng as the extension. But sometimes it's just PNG. Did I not catch a fish with this? I failed to catch a fish. Anyway, what have you guys been doing? It's Wednesday. It's already halfway through the week. I feel like I need like some project to work on. You know, I got nothing to do. I'm just like every day I just like watch streams. I stream myself. And it's like when I'm not streaming, I'm like, what am I even doing? I'm just like, the only thing I look forward to is like the next time I stream, or like watching someone else's stream. You grilled for Easter? What do people grill? Eggs? Do people grill eggs? Rabbits? Do people eat rabbits on Easter? Enjoying the good vibes and breaking a live 2D, let's go. I have not done live 2D in such a long time. What kind of project? I don't know, that's the thing. Like, I enjoy programming, but there's nothing that I really want to program at the moment. It's gotta be something useful, you know? Something that I would use myself. Something that could benefit other people. It's gotta be like a novel idea, though. It can't be something that already a billion people have made. Other people grilled and I just ate the food. Well, then that's different. You didn't grill. Other people grilled. Been watching a bunch of videos on assembling, painting garage kits. Oh yeah, you've like 3D printed stuff yourself, right? Your own models. It always seems so complicated. I would feel so stressful, you know? Having to paint, like, okay, like 3D print something and then having to paint it. It's like a lot of effort. Like, what if I mess up? Then it's gonna look weird. I'd be super down to eat grilled veggies. Pretty good. Finally using all the stuff I've learned since I started all-in-one model. What? Oh, I see. Okay. That you've accumulated knowledge and then you were using that knowledge all in one model. That's what you mean. Yeah. I haven't done live 2D modeling in such a long time. Like, I could probably, if I really wanted to, I could probably make a new outfit. Because it's actually pretty easy, but I don't know. I don't feel like doing it. I got no ideas. I got no ideas for things. Program inventor. The simple answer. Oh yeah, the bingo thing. I mean, that doesn't even have to be like my thing, right? I'm sure a lot of people have made bingo stuff. Wolfie bingo. Well, not Wolfie bingo, but like bingo generators. I've made 2 bingo generators. The anime bingo. I have like a custom bingo one. They're all there. Ask GPT for a project idea. I've actually never used ChatGPT. I know everyone has probably tried it. I don't feel like registering for like an account. For me, the AI hype never really bought into that. Except like a long time ago. Remember a long time ago? I used like AI Dungeon and a stream on YouTube. That was cool. That was when AI was funny. Because the results didn't make any sense. I mean, they still kind of don't make sense, but a lot of them do make sense. How about welcome Morklar? How about Flappy Bird but different? No, too many people have done that. Painting process is not that bad. I don't know. I would not be good at it. You apply several coats along the way to even it out. I could see how it could be fun. But, you know, I personally, I don't enjoy having material possessions. And so, like, for me to have a figure or something, It's like for the first, in the first place, I don't even want to have the figure. And then if I were to paint it, then like, what am I gonna do? I gotta have like proper ventilation. I gotta have it dry properly. I think it's not for me. Yeah, I made anime bingo. Like that new wolf drip. I could. What if I made a live 2D model? A different one. I don't know. I'm sure I'll think of something eventually. Yeah, it's icots.us. Novel AI is basically AI done. Is that okay? There's like a lot of different ones, right? They have ChatGPT. Is Novel AI like similar to them? Is it using GPT? Waiting for GPT to have supplemental explanations of their answers, but OpenAI is not going to do that. I don't know. I've never used it. I have no opinions about OpenAI. It seems cool though. Welcome, Xjob. Actually, I saw someone at work today. In one of the PR reviews that we did, someone left a comment that was like, "Oh, why are you doing it this way? You should have done like this." And then the person responded with like a ChatGPT answer. They're like, "Well, according to ChatGPT, you shouldn't implement it this way because of this." And the other guy was like, "Oh, actually, that makes sense." He posted a screenshot of his ChatGPT like conversation. And it's like, well, we're using ChatGPT for like pull requests. Automated PR reviews. Welcome, Chicken Fried Corgi. I don't know, first time I've seen that. And the answer it gave actually did make sense. But I've always like, I've had situations where like I hold off on responding to an email because I don't know like the best way to phrase it. And then you guys ever like you have to respond to a comment, or like someone emails you with something. You're like, well, I could answer this, but it takes so much time out of my day to think of a proper response. Maybe that's a good spot. That's a good place to use ChatGPT. I could just summarize it. Ask it to respond to this email for me so I don't have to do it. And then I just make like slight changes to it. I should do that. Next time, I'll do that. Yeah, it simply doesn't get nervous about sending emails. You gotta think like, okay, maybe I'm being like overly enthusiastic. Or like maybe I don't have enough exclamation marks in my email. So it sounds like I don't care. You gotta, gotta have... Sometimes you got too many exclamation marks in an email. It's unrealistic, okay? Try making one of those parametric live 2D models? No, that's too advanced. Waiting for the GitHub Copilot for Docs thing. Bring you to the relevant documentation. I don't know, I could see how it could be useful. Often I write an email draft and tell ChatGPT to make it less bad. I guess, yeah, that could be useful. But then what if the other person's doing the same thing? Wouldn't it be funny? You're telling ChatGPT to respond to an email for you, but then the other person is doing the same thing. So it's like you're basically just having AI like talk to each other. I'm sure that's happened a few times. Because I know actually, sometimes if you get like a text on your phone, I know when I used to have like an Android phone, it would give you like a suggested answer from Google. Someone will reply something and there's like a suggestion like, thanks, I'll look into it or whatever. I think I used one of those once but I was in a group chat with someone, and the way he responded was literally the same as one of the suggestions that I got. And so I was like, is this guy using the suggested responses? And then I asked him, and he said yes. It's pretty cool. It is useful. And this, I don't know if that's AI exactly. It probably is. It probably have some AI models. Let's see. Oop. Feed the query to ChatGPT and screenshot. It's like showing someone how to use Google. True. It's like when someone links you to the "Let me Google that for you" website. That was the thing. Let's see. In the past 4 years, I've sent off every email with the words "F it" on my lips. So wait, what? Oh, just like, okay, yeah, sometimes, like, if I get nervous about responding to something, sometimes I just think, like, the other person probably doesn't care. Right? Well, why am I so worked up about responding to this thing? I'll just send it. They're probably equally as nervous about responding. And then when I actually send it, I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Who even cares? And that's probably a good way to think about it. Let's see, my time to send an email usually boils down to I should spend more time actually researching this so I don't look an idiot. I guess that's where ChatGPT could be useful. 1 hour to send 1 email, true. I used to not care as much, but now I'm consulting again, gotta sound more professional. Yeah, I guess it also depends on what the context of the email is. Right, if you're responding to like a customer or like, you know, like a boss or something, I guess. But like a lot of times it's like to appear. Like someone that doesn't really care that much. They just want a response. And sometimes if you wait too long, the other person is like, why is this person taking like a like a whole day to respond to this email? What's he doing? He thinks he's so busy. He can't respond to this email in 5 hours. Also, welcome Potato. Sometimes use it for things that can be simple yes or no answers, since it's pretty good by suggesting them. Also true. You want to make it easy for someone to respond. Sometimes, you know, there's like sentences. There's like several sentences in response, and they're all about different things. And then you spend time writing answers to each one. I don't know. Teams have those buttons too. Yeah, it's like a pretty common thing nowadays. The suggested responses. I almost never use them though. Although I feel like I probably should. Allows me to respond without actually opening the texting app. Also true. Also true. Sometimes I'll see like a notification like that I have a message, and then I forget to actually go into the chat app to respond. And then it's been like several days since I responded to it. And I'm like, well, it would be weird if I responded to it now. So then I just don't respond. It's probably not good. Probably not good. When you ask multiple questions and they only answer one. I feel like I've done that before. You want to make it as simple as possible. Also, like sometimes when you send an email that's really long, like if you send too much detail in your email, but then like the action item is buried like in the second paragraph of like 5 paragraphs, there's definitely an art to it. Like you want to have the actionable items right up front and then provide the details at the end. Because otherwise they'll read it and they're like, oh, what are they actually asking me to do? What is actually needed of me, the reader? And it's not clear. I simply just don't know. Let's see, my way of speaking is a bit crude. I was sending a lot of emails for university, student association stuff. Managed to channel my former pre-pandemic self. Way more trigger happy with emails. I think I would prefer that, to be honest. Like, I would prefer that someone responds fast, maybe not with like maximum detail, compared to someone that takes like, 2 days to respond with like every single thing. I guess it also depends on the context. Cause like, like in school, right? You ever send an email to a professor and then they just respond with a one-word thing like okay or like thanks instead of like, you write an email to a professor that's like, oh sorry, I'm gonna be late with this assignment, something came up, blah blah blah, and you're worrying about sending it, and then you're like, oh but it's like 2 a.m. they're not gonna be awake, and then you get a response from the professor at like 3 a.m. that's like, okay, got it, and you're like, okay, well that's good, I was worried about nothing. And that's how you do it. You just acknowledge immediately. I'm sure everyone has experienced this. Let's see, I find ChatGPT to be decent at fixing my awful JavaScript. Yeah, that's I feel like a lot of programming could be, could be simplified. Because a lot of times people are just solving the same things over and over again. Like the most common Stack Overflow answer. Just ask like ChatGPT, given this thing, how would you center this div? It'd probably give you like a reasonable approximation. Probably. When they respond back and answer none of them. Also true. See, the worst is when email chains spin off to different groups, you can't keep track of which group knows which info. That has also happened. Like usually at work, if you ever need to interact with like a third party, and sometimes you like loop in some people, sometimes it goes to like a mailing list, and sometimes you forget to include someone. Look, I don't even know who's supposed to know this. And sometimes people like BCC other people in to keep them in the loop. So you don't even know. There's too much fragmented information. See, the first thing people taught me when it came to email is to set the reply to header. Use the mailing list. Mailing list must be the most convenient way to use email. Probably, I don't know. It's hard to tell like who's like, sometimes people are not on the mailing list though. Like a lot of times at work people are like, check the invite, and then someone's like, oh but I'm not actually on the list. And then you check the mailing list and you're like, oh I guess you were never added to this one. And then sometimes there's like too many mailing lists that are kind of similar. I think at my previous job we had like like an engineering mailing list. We had one for like the New York office, and then sometimes people weren't in one or weren't in the other. They forget to add them like when they're onboarded. Stuff like that. See, my favorite is when people keep responding to the entire list and someone has to tell them to stop. Yeah, I've talked about this as well. I've had times where like someone would accidentally send an email to the whole company, and then everyone's just like, please take me off this list. Please stop responding. And then I'm just like, you're contributing to the problem. And then sometimes the email gets backed up for like hours because there's too many emails being sent. Yeah, CC the whole company. It has happened. It continues to happen all the time. It hasn't happened to me recently though. Like I haven't seen something like that recently. At my current job or my previous one. I'm a working student and they keep forgetting to include me in a meeting. Or admit to the Git. Add you to the Git repo. I don't know, it happens. Sometimes people, they're just busy. They're busy responding to emails, they forget to add you to things. The GitHub, okay. Times have changed. I like when I was in school, GitHub was still very new. You know, my professor didn't understand it. He knew it existed, but he was like, it's kind of weird, never learned about this. But now everyone's using it. Now everyone is aware of GitHub. SVN is pretty rare nowadays. He didn't even get. He didn't get committed to knowledge, to his knowledge base. So yeah, still remember years back, someone sent a snarky resignation email to the company. They must have spent hours copying and pasting email addresses. How did that work? He didn't have like a mailing list. I remember actually one time, I think at my previous company, someone was laid off from the company, but they forgot to take them off the mailing list, or like something like that. Or like the mailing list was open to people outside the company. So like this one person was laid off, and then like a month later, they sent like an angry email to everyone, and it was like, okay, I was unjustly fired for this thing that I didn't do, blah blah blah. And then like I remember I saw that email, it popped up in my inbox, and then it's like, huh, what's this? It was, as I was reading it, it was immediately deleted. And I was like, huh, I didn't know they could do that. The mailing list, the people in charge can just like take the email back, even though it's already been delivered. Or I guess something is built into the protocol to unsend an email. But I did not see it. I didn't know what happened there. But my coworkers, they weren't checking their email at the time, so they didn't even know it was a thing. But I saw it. See, the role in the internal GitHub was tied to a role I didn't have, since I didn't want/need the admin permissions. Okay, I see. Yeah, sometimes you're just like, I don't want the permissions for this, because then people are going to expect me to do things. Oop. Have to relearn this stuff again. Polls, merges, conflicts, such a hassle. You get used to it. I've gotten so used to it that I'm never afraid of losing work that I've done. Just commit. You got the ref log always there. You can rebase. You can merge. You can cherry pick commits. It makes sense. It makes some sense for a while. Never push for them, then had to find out why it was not in the Git. Yeah, it's like sometimes you don't need access. The company's big enough where I don't think we have a single big mailing list. They would have had to go through the address book and manually add emails. Sure. I don't know, people can do things. Did I say welcome props now, Jack? Have you been here? No, you've been here. Why have I not, did I not greet you? Company doesn't use Git. You can't do a rebase. You don't know how to do it. It gets into legal issues. No, but like doesn't, like Git keeps all the history. Even if you rebase, it's still there. You've been here since the beginning? I can't believe it. Wolfie doesn't even remember. Doesn't even remember who was here. He's changed. It is a blockchain. That's not the same thing. Blockchain, that's totally different. just has the history. Me, whenever I see anything that has history, yo, it's just like the blockchain. Me, when I see money, yo, that's just like the blockchain. Currency, isn't that like, that's like the blockchain? It's like the blockchain. Me, when I see hashes, that's just like the blockchain. Me, when I see a chain in real life, when I see a rapper wearing a chain, yo, that's just like the blockchain. That's it. As I get older, I'm all for less unpaid responsibilities. Learning Git? No, it's like, it's useful. Sorry, no, you probably meant having admin credentials for something. It's also true. Bicycle. I'll block on a chain. Anyway, if you forget, I would recommend turning on Git re. It helps with your rebasing. I forget what it's called, but look it up. It's not enabled by default. It makes it much easier to rebase. Because you rebase one thing, it remembers your previous rebases. Git re. R-E. Resident Evil. I forgot what it stands for. Like recorded something rebase. It records things for you. Anyway, good times. Good times. Also, I do like that it is raining now. It's the best time. Best time when it's raining in this game. It's chill. Everyone's having fun. We got the lightning. We got the thunder. You got the thunder and the lightning. Imagine having thunder without lightning. That'd be so weird. Thankfully, they're always together. Let's see, had a lot of extra responsibilities last job. Still got laid off. What the? I feel like, okay, at my previous company, I had no fear of being laid off. Because the things that I worked on were like, no one at my old company really knew what they were doing. And so like, if I left, everyone would have been like, you know, they don't know what to do. But at my current company, I feel like the stuff that I work on here is not that important. If they ever had issues, I would probably be laid off. I don't know. That's what I assume. I don't know how true that is. But I don't got that job security here. That is so loud. But also, like, I don't know, I feel like it would not affect me as much. I do have quite a bit of money saved up. And I'm confident in my abilities. Being layoff proof. Not this time. Not this time. Do you prefer this job or the job before? Definitely this one. Ow. I'm not on call. You guys remember when I used to be at my old job? And I was on call, and I would just get, you know, sometimes my streams would be interrupted because of a production issue. It happened more often than I would like. There's no such thing here because the stuff that I work on is not even in production yet. Savings do be important, true. See, my manager left, his boss left too. That's kind of what happened, like at my previous job. My manager left, like basically half my team left because of like certain decisions that people at the top made. They're just like, I don't want to work here anymore. And then at some point, it was just like the only people remaining was like me and like 3 other people that have been here for a long time. And then I was like, you know what, I'm leaving. And then I did. Now I'm here. Yeah, it's pretty good. Was pretty good. Also, welcome Stanley. Well, I don't know. I feel like if I really, like, if I did ever get laid off, I imagine I could find a job, you know, not too much effort. And even if I didn't, I could, if I really wanted to, I could probably pivot into like doing commissions and stuff, like art stuff. I just don't feel like doing it. If I really needed to, I probably could. You don't owe a company anything. True. It's because, like, I don't know, it's like sometimes you work somewhere and you're like, this place is nice, this place is good, I could see myself working here like forever. That's how I felt about my old job. But then things happened, people left, and then I realized, actually no, the people the people that I enjoyed working with, they're gone. So I got no reason to be here. Freelance software development. I feel like I would not really enjoy that though. I don't know. It's like, it's so specialized. It's not like web dev where like everyone, like basically everyone needs a web dev. I mean, I could do web dev if I wanted to. I just prefer not to. But like, you know, specific back-end software needs. They're like very, I don't know. It depends. But I do enjoy it. It is fun to program. It's good times. It's fun times. Programming, would recommend doing that. It's useful. It's like if you ever think, I wish this program existed. If only I had the skills to build this. Well, if you program, then you can. Back-end consultations do exist. Yeah, you could also be like a contractor. But then I feel like that kind of stuff, it's always uncertain, right? Because like you'll make a different amount of money every time. It depends on the contract. It's not like a long-term thing. Don't have a heartbeat on that field though, since I'm in hardware land. I feel like hardware is definitely it's definitely harder. It's definitely much harder than software. And yet it doesn't even pay that much. Like I majored in electrical engineering. And then I'm just like, well, this is hard. And also it doesn't pay as well. So I'm gonna go the easy way. Just do software. If he has the second part of that equation, which equation? Hardware feels like it should be more stable. I actually have no idea. Probably. Like, I imagine it's harder to find... It's like, not... I don't know. Harder to find qualified people that do hardware stuff. Like software, that's like everywhere. You could find a web developer everywhere. But someone to do hardware stuff, like they gotta know what they're doing. Doing contracting again, have to buy my own healthcare. Oh yeah, that's also the thing. Like if I get laid off, I would have to like... I hate that healthcare is tied to your job in the US. You know? Like if I just wanted to take a break, not be part of a company for like a while, but then I would have no healthcare. Or I'd have to buy my own, and it's like significantly more expensive. It sucks. Having idea plus ability to execute it. Yeah, but like, you know, it's hard to come up with things. The amount of variation in hardware is a lot. Radio guys versus power guys. Yeah, it's very specialized, I guess. It's like if you spend like 10 years doing one specific thing in hardware, you know, it's like, oh, this guy's really good at this. But then like, what if there's no demand for it, you know? You're like, okay, this was needed at some point, but now I spent so much time on this thing that it's hard to specialize with a different thing. What is the purpose of web development? Is to develop the web. It's just to make websites. Usually the front end. It depends. Also, yeah, the freaking US healthcare is so confusing. Healthcare, more like they don't care, am I right, guys? Healthcare. Look at this fish. It's a big fish. This fish is huge. Holy frick. Okay, +2, +2. Want to move into software or firmware? As hardware moves at a glacial pace. Yeah. I don't know, software, it's not that hard. Once you learn a few concepts, just get used to it. A lot of the time you're just learning things on the job. Or like, I'm sure also nowadays ChatGPT could probably guide you through a lot of it. You just ask it like, how do I do this thing? And then there's enough answers online that it gives you like a reasonable answer. Software can move at a glacial pace as well. It depends on what you're doing. If you're doing front-end web development, it changes like really fast. Like a skill that you learn, like a library you learned like a year ago, might not be relevant like 2 years from now. Like the front-end JavaScript ecosystem changes way too fast. You guys, any front-end web dev, you guys remember Grunt? You guys remember Gulp? Those were things. No one even talks about them anymore. And yet that was a state of art like 5 years ago. Maybe 10 years ago at this point. There's like new frameworks every single year. Everything constantly changing. Spiders, yeah, spiders would love web development. They love developing those webs. Because one time I ran a D&D campaign, the monster that week was a spider person that makes clothes. He was a web developer, I get it. I feel like I've heard that joke many times. Spiders developing webs. You're telling me Spider developed this web? You're telling me a web was developed by the spider? Anyway, let's go into night mode. It's nighttime. Actually, it has gotten to the point where I think, like, at 7:30 when I end my stream, and I go out to the kitchen, it's still light outside. Or like 7:45 even. It's pretty nice. It's very chill. Good to have the lighting outside. Shrimp rice? You're telling me a shrimp rice? You're telling me a shrimp created this rice? Do I close the shutters during the day? No. Well, in my room, the blinds are always down. You call them like blinds or shutters? Is there a difference? I don't know. But in my room, they're always closed. In the kitchen, they're always up. Shrimp rice. You are telling me a shrimp rice? The first word that comes to mind, I actually don't know. Sometimes people say blinds, sometimes people say shutters. I'm sure there's also other words for them. The shades. Sometimes. I don't even know. Whoop. Failed to catch the fish this time. Blinders. They're different? Yeah, I think they're also different. But I don't remember. Blinds are the one at the top that drop down. But don't they also have blinds that are like don't know how to describe it. Like the ones up there, and then like you turn it, and then like it turns this way. Shutters are the ones that are always affixed to the sides. Like curtains? Are shutters like curtains? Also, thank you, Chicken Fried Corgi, for the Prime sub. Oh my god, I had Prime. I have Prime. Oh, thank you. Actually, we can look this up. Difference between blinds, shutters. It's that time. We can look things up on this stream. Whoops. Curtains are a different thing. They're totally different. Okay, blinds versus shade. Yeah, shades are also a thing. Blinds versus shutters. Shades. The primary difference between shutters and blinds is their structure. Shutters are solid and fixed to the sides, permanently, with metal fixings. Blinds are more flexible and are only fixed to the top of the window. Window blinds versus plantation shutters, that's a thing? Plantation shutters? What the heck is that? What? Blinds versus shutters, 3 things to consider. Images. Let's go to images. Okay, we got this convenient diagram. Blinds. Okay, shutters, they go like that. Wait, are these shutters shades? Okay, shades just drop down, right? Shutters, you can adjust the angle. Actually, I don't know. Okay, like shutters are permanently part of the window or whatever. Blinds are like... they can go down. Curtains are the same as shades, are they though? Don't they have curtains like from the side? Like on a stage, right? Sometimes the curtains are from the side. And we have curtains. Hampel was right. Plantation shutters are a type. What? It's so complicated. Shutters versus blinds. Okay, so like shutters are they're like built into the structure. Yeah, okay. I see. I understand now. So what the heck are plantation shutters? Plantation shutters versus traditional shutters? What's that? Curtains, shades being a form of cloth. Yes. Okay. Plantation shutters. You can open them like doors, I guess. Why do they call them plantation shutters? I don't know. I don't even know. Also, don't you guys hate it when you go on a website and they always have this like chat thing on the bottom that's like, hey, we got a live chat in case you want to talk to like a employee about shutters and blinds. You can click this chat window and then we can give you an automated message. And we always have like this thing that tells you that there's a message there. I hate that. Like it's never useful. I never go on a website and think I would love to chat to someone about this. Wait, it's always automated. It's never a real person. It's like, hey there, looks like you might be visiting our Canadian site from the USA. Oh yeah, I am. You can go to our US site. If this message was an error, I do apologize. I like that they're nice about it. They're like, they also play a sound. I hate that. It's like someone's actually messaging me when it's like, it's always there. I hate that. Shutter therapy. Randos on the internet say that German ones are shutters. If you Google things, it's because you don't want to ask other people. Yeah. I don't want to be like in a chat with someone. I hate that. It's too much. It's too much to ask. And then like what if you're browsing the website at like 3 a.m., right? You don't, there's like no one's there. Or like sometimes when you do, like there also, okay, there's like rare situations where you actually do want to chat with like an employee, but then they make that really hard. It's like you have like an actual question and then you start typing and it's like, here's a list of things on our support portal. Do any of these answer your question? No. It's like a specific question that would never happen to anyone. And then they say, okay, but look at this one. Are these issues similar to yours? You gotta like jump through like 5 different hoops to try to find them. It's never good. Roller shutters? Oh, roller shutters. The heck? Yeah, Amazon, that's what I'm thinking of. Roller shutters. Oh, these. These are like the ones that they have like in stores. On the outside of stores. Yeah, these. The ones that people love to paint graffiti over. Yeah, Amazon. Okay, let me hydrate. It's been another hour. This is the default shutter? Really? This? They're like metal? Are they all metal? It seems kind of heavyweight for like a house. I don't know. Okay, let me hydrate. It's hydration time. Alright. Our houses are made of stone or brick. Yeah, but like... What's this? Yeah, these, what the... It's so like industrial looking. I don't know. Different places, you got different regions. I'm a fan. Do you like these? They're pretty cool. They're called Beschreibung. That's probably not the right way to pronounce it. Yep, there it is. They're great at keeping heat out in the summer. Wait, but then you would need to have the shades down. You're gonna be missing out on the sunlight. What if you wanted to see the sunlight? I guess like at nighttime. You would roll them down at night. You can survive in summer without air conditioning. You don't mind being in total darkness. No, but like the best part of summer is the daylight. You know, being able to see the sun during the day. It's great. Helps with keeping the cold. Insulation, you got insulated windows. I don't know, I never really thought about this kind of stuff. I just use the ones that have always been there. What are some other like architectural things? What about doors? You guys have different doors. Everyone's got doors. Oh, I've got a door. What kind of doorknobs you guys have? I remember Northernlion did like a doorknob tier list like a month ago. There are definitely a lot of different types of doorknobs. It's convenient. It's good times. Ones that you push down. I like the ones that are like, you know, it comes out, there's like a little handle. Yeah, pushing down. I don't like the ones that are like circular, you gotta like turn them. Regular. Yeah, but what is regular? What even is a regular doorknob? There's like a billion different types. Those? I will click that after I catch this fish. A non-image. 600 by 600.jpg. Sliding doors. I don't know if they've ever like really had a sliding door. Are they that bad? I guess they're like inconvenient, right? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Aren't they like super popular in Japan? Don't they have those like in the countryside a lot of the times? You got that paper sliding doors. Okay, let me click this link. These, I like those. Yeah, these are nice. That's the one I was thinking of. Another like a variation of this that I like is the one where like at the edge of this, it's got like a little like indent, not an indent, but like a little thing that goes back a little bit. So like if you wanted to like hang a key on here or like an umbrella, and you push it down, it doesn't like fall off. I like that. I like that. That style of doorknob is good. Sliding doors that aren't automatic. Most of the time I like to push a door with my full body. Doors that can be opened without your hands, also true. I like when bathrooms, you know, like public bathrooms, if they have doors that you don't have to touch the handle. Because, like, you know, if you're in a bathroom, it's like, you know, you don't want to touch the handle. People could have touched it. They could have not washed their hands. A lot of times, you know, people, if they have, like the paper dispenser right by the door, a lot of times what people will do, they'll just take the paper, they'll wipe their hands, they'll use the paper to like, pull on the doorknob. I would do that sometimes. But it's like, you can avoid it if you just don't require your hands to open it. You know, it's good. I send you a photo of my doorknob. You're just doxing your doorknob? Got that doorknob dox? Yeah, like that. It's like, I like this type of doorknob. Like if they had a thing like on the edge here, something going back a bit, that would be the best. You wash your hands on the way out anyway? Yeah, but like you wash your hands and then you touch the doorknob and then suddenly, you know, then it's dirty again. You know, not everyone washes their hands. You can't count on other people to do it. Hairband on doorknob? What does that give you? Well, if he doesn't want to touch it, it's like, it's too much. It's dirty. Let's see, my workplace has a long flat hook on the bottom to open with your foot. I could see it being useful. Actually, at my old workplace, to use the bathroom, you actually needed to use like a keypad. I don't know why they thought it was so important that you could like, you lock access to the bathroom to people that only had the key code. It just seems so unnecessary. Like, what are they gonna do, right? Just want to use the bathroom. This is a DIY solution using a doorknob stopper. Doorknob stopper. What is that? What does that do? What does that do? Actual stall? No, the The door in the bathroom, yeah, not in the stall. Don't lose your hairbands. What? I guess, I don't know. Some people do absolutely destroy public bathrooms. They're gross. It's like, you know, one of the things I miss about Japan is that the public restrooms were actually really good. They were actually very clean. I did not feel bad at all about going into one. If you ever use a public restroom in like New York, it's always super gross. You'd be like, I definitely don't want to be here. What is this weird smell? Why is the floor so gross? You go to Japan, it's like, this is pleasant. This is so pleasant. It's great. See, I don't know if being a paying customer changes the odds of that. See, the weird thing about that is that, you know, like our office, we didn't have many guests. So it's not like, you know, the bathroom was on the first floor. We had like people from the public coming up here. It was like the people that had access. You needed to go through the front door. You need to have like badge access. And like we were the only company on the floor. So like what really is the bathroom code stopping people from doing? It's just inconvenient. It's a piece of rubber you place on walls or furniture to stop them from crashing the knob into the wall. Oh, those things. Yeah, okay. I know what you mean. Some people destroy the bathroom on purpose, true. Some people are just weird. Would not recommend going to a public restroom. Oop. Look at this fish. Look at that. I'll go back in the lake. Back in the lake with you. Oop. Anyway, my manager finally came back from vacation. I forgot, I didn't realize he came back from vacation today. I thought he'd be back tomorrow. But he was here. His two-week vacation. And like a lot of times, every time we have our one-on-ones, he's always like, you don't really take many days off, huh? You should probably like go somewhere. And I'm just thinking like, I got nowhere to go. I have no interest in traveling. And I think before he went on vacation, he was like, you know, while I'm out, think of like someplace you want to go. And I expect you to tell me something about traveling. You know, sometimes I mention it'd be cool to go to Japan again. He's always just like, well, you should do it. And I'm like, well, I don't feel like it. I don't know. I don't really take much days off. Most public bathrooms cost money here. I feel like it depends on the place here, right? Some place, if you're like in a restaurant, I guess, they could deny you access unless you're a customer. But like, you know, you go to like the bus station or something. Go to like a Starbucks. Sometimes you could just use the bathroom. Some public bathrooms at train stations even cost money. What the? Manager literally saying touch grass. Yeah, they do. My manager like takes a lot of time off. That's like when I first joined the company, he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go on like a 2-week vacation. So like my first week at the office, or like working here, like he wasn't even here. He takes a lot of days off. Maybe that's why he keeps encouraging me to take my days off, because he's just like, well, I mean, like, I'm taking so many days off, I can't have like my employees taking fewer days off than me. I don't know. Also, welcome Paladin. Staycations are better than travel. I used to think that. And then I actually traveled, and I'm like, you know what? It's fun. It's fun to travel. Also, welcome Yogi King. When I was in Europe, the bathrooms often costed money, but they were nicer. I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? If you had to pay for it, I'm sure people would treat it nicer. They would be better about cleaning it. Starbucks and McDonald's use codes that are printed on receipts. But like, what if you've been there once? I'm sure there are websites that probably document the codes for the bathrooms. Actually, no, they definitely exist. There's definitely a website where they just list where the public restrooms are. They give you access. The people rate the cleanliness and stuff like that. Yeah, bathroom discovery. They're real. I've seen them. Never had to use one, but I have seen them. Security King says they make you pee on the street in the Netherlands. I don't think that's true. I think you made that up. Is it true that in the US you basically get no paid days off? It depends on the company. I've never had such a thing. But then I do work in technology, so being a programmer is definitely very different from the typical job. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. You tip the cleaning personnel? They have a small plate per month. Isn't tipping not a thing over there, though? You guys have tipping culture over there? I feel like there's recently, like on Twitter, a lot of people complaining about like European tourists visiting the US and like not knowing how to tip. But I mean, like, it's kind of messed up that we have a tipping culture at all. I saw a tweet that was like, you know, here's all the rates you should tip at. And even like as someone in the US, like I didn't know some of these things. They're like you know, people that are doing this stuff, you gotta pay them this much. People that are doing this much, it's customary to pay them this much. I'm just like, that's like you expect people to remember this? Like for food, you know, it's just like, I remember it used to be 15%. Now it's like 20. Or like 25% for tip. So much. I don't know. On average, US jobs get a lot fewer than other countries. They're like days off. I was looking at the holiday calendar for our company. And we have people that work in Europe. I looked at the days that they have off. I think they have fewer days off than us, like in the US. I don't know. Not by that much, just like slightly less. But it's different based on the company. Tipping culture is a thing in Europe, usually 10%. It depends, yeah. It depends on what country. I never know. But yeah, in Japan you don't tip. Which is nice, right? You go to a restaurant, you know exactly how much you're spending. Some places they even include like the price including tip. Or not tip, with the tax. So you can have exact change. Tipping sucks, but it can't be solved by individuals refusing to tip. Yeah, that's the general thing. I remember mentioning, like, I think one restaurant, there's like a Chinese restaurant that used to be near my workplace, and I think they had like a period where they were like, they were testing out a thing where they would not accept tips, but then instead they just increased the price of the food slightly. And I think it resulted in much less business. And they were like, okay, well, this experiment failed. We're gonna go back to tipping. And it's kind of sucks. It's just like, well, it's like you're paying the same amount. It's just we're providing our workers like an actual wage. And yet you can't, people don't like it. I don't know. See, in Germany, you tip hairdressers, serving personnel, food delivery, transportation. Food delivery sometimes. guess here you always, I guess you would always tip for delivery. Or like it's even included as part of the bill. Do I tip if I order a beer? I don't even know. I don't even know about beer. Also, apparently you like tip the bartender. Like if you're at like a bar and you purchase like alcohol, like you're supposed to tip the bartender. I mean, like I don't drink, so I don't know. But I'm like, that's not part of the price? Or like even if you go to a casino, apparently like if you go to a casino, you're supposed to tip the dealer. That doesn't make sense. You're telling me this guy who's just dealing cards, you gotta pay them? The heck? They're not paid like by the company enough. It's like a lot of stuff like that. It's like if you didn't know ahead of time, it's like how would I have known? Don't remember if you tip delivery since I never get food delivered. But Amazon delivery, you wouldn't tip for him. Oh, I guess okay. I thought you meant like food delivery. But yeah, like Amazon if they're delivering packages, I don't think you tip for those here. Servers at high-end food places, 1 tips. Yeah. I mean, if you're like at a place that serves a lot of rich people, I would assume that the employees prefer getting tips there. Because people, you know, people be spending. But like for regular stuff, you know, just... I prefer if they would just include the tip in the price. So that I know how much I'm paying. I don't know. Tipping culture is weird. Yeah, people be shopping. The other thing is the amount of tip correlates to the price of the service, not the quality. Yeah, that's also true. It's like, you know, you go to a restaurant. If you order an item that's like, you know, $50, right? Versus ordering something that's like $20. Like the server doesn't have to do anything extra, right? But you're expected to pay more because of it. It's like they're doing the same thing. It doesn't take that much more effort to deliver one dish. It's $50 versus one dish that's like $20. Exactly. Cy Mulder understands. Makes no sense. Tipping the dealer shouldn't be a thing. I don't even know why that's a thing. It's a percentage. Yeah, it's a percentage, but like why? Right? It's just weird. Also, you're supposed to tip people like the people at the hotel, apparently. You know, if you stay at a hotel, apparently you like leave money out and then leave a note that says it's for the cleaning staff. I didn't know that was a thing. I've never done that. I didn't know that was a thing. Am I a bad person for not knowing that you were supposed to do that? But also, like, if you just leave money out, right? You have to write that it's for them. Otherwise, they could get in trouble for like taking your money. I don't even know. I'm evil. No. You just say keep the change. I remember actually there was like a time like in Japan they don't do tips, right? But I remember one time I went to Japan. One of the people that was with our friend group, he was like, you know, he didn't want the change, and so like he bought something. The cashier was trying to give him change, and he kept saying like, no, I don't want it. But then he made it really awkward. He refused to take the money back, and the cashier was just there looking really confused, like, sir, you have to take the money. You're legally obligated to take the money back. And he's just like, it was very weird. And sometimes they will actually chase after you. If you accidentally leave your money behind, they will leave the store. They will walk up to you, will hand you your money back. Because I guess they could probably get in like trouble for that. legal trouble if they're accepting extra money. I don't know. Yeah, tip your software engineer. Think of the Silicon Valley software engineers. Go to a website. You gotta donate. It looks bad if they take tips in Japan. Yeah, I don't know. Some stores have boxes for change that they send straight to charity. Yeah, McDonald's has that. They got the Ronald McDonald House or whatever. Coffee, yeah, coffee. GitHub sponsors. And any of that. Makes it look transactional. Tipping's weird. That's Rust drama. Was it the copyright thing? I tried to register something. I don't know. I didn't keep up with that. I have no idea what that's about. Ronald McDonald House is one of the most successful PR things the company has done. What even is it? How is it so successful? I've always seen it, but I've never like... I know, they always ask you, you ever like go to a place and they ask you, would you like to add like $1 to donate to charity? You just say no. You think about the kids though. Like, no. I would not like to donate money. You can't make me. I hate the children. How dare you? How dare you ask me to donate money? Ow. I think they started it after they were accused of making kids fat. Really? I don't know. Charity, but then if you donate to charity, if you donate to them to donate to charity, then McDonald's gets the write-off. Right? If you donate your own money to charity, otherwise the corporation gets part of it. And they get less taxes. Okay, let's look up like list of things you need to tip for. Because there's gotta be like some absurd ones, right? List of things you have to tip for. Tipping at restaurants, bartenders. This page, how to tip in all situations. Restaurants, okay, buffets. You have to tip at a buffet? What? 10%? Pizza delivery, cars, coffee barista, bartenders, restroom attendant? There are restroom attendants? What is that? Because that's like a fancy thing. Valet. Grocery store bagger? Wait. You tip the people that are bagging your groceries? Is that a thing? Personally, I don't trust donating to charity. Don't think they get a tax deduction on profits if you donate. I think they do. Yeah, you can just donate yourself. Yeah, right? Who donates to the grocery store baggers? Grocery store delivery. Got professional movers, that makes sense. Cable guy, contractor. Wedding officiant, babysitter, that makes sense. Babysitter, that makes sense. Tipping at salons and spas. Your hairstylist and barber, you tip, isn't that part of their price? Hotel housekeeping, that's the one I didn't know. Cab driver, Uber and Lyft. Okay, a lot of those were not that surprising. Yeah, movers make sense. Cable technicians, I don't know. My family has done it. When we had someone like have to come into our house and like fix like wires and stuff like that, like fix our Wi-Fi. I don't know. My parents would usually tip. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird though. That's the cleaning personnel sitting in front of the restroom with a plate. You don't see the little boxes, jars they have for tips. What are they doing though? I don't know. They're just standing there like watching the bathroom. Let's see, the ultimate guide to tipping etiquette in every situation. Let's see, restaurant. Okay, we talked about that. A bar, taxis, hotels, hair salons, babysitter, coat check. I've not been at a place fancy enough to have a coat check. Food delivery, coffee shop. 5 people you should never tip. Teachers. Medical professionals. Package delivery people? Camp counselors, sports coaches, employees. Okay, basically the same as the other article. Making sure no one with explosive diarrhea comes in. They can't stop you though. What are they gonna do? It's like, oh, it looks like you have to use the bathroom. Sorry, you're too gassed up for this. How much to tip in 2023? Mortgage rates? What? Okay, I don't know. Who should tip and how much? You can tip teachers? No, they say people that you don't tip. Buffet? Supermarket bagger? We talked about this. Building supervisor? Cable guy, home service providers, exterminator. I hardly know her. Delivery people, flower delivery. Wait, gas station fill-up person? Okay, yeah, in some states you can't fill your gas yourself. There's like a guy that works at the gas station that does it for you. Apparently you're supposed to tip those people? Oregon and New Jersey. Also welcome Chicken Coop. So they're just, you gotta pay them extra just for that. Just because you can't pump your own gas, you gotta pay extra to have someone else do it for you. A tow truck. Parking attendant, okay. Concierge, hotel, housekeeping, rental car, shuttle driver. Oh yeah, there's like that bag check thing, right? If someone's like driving you somewhere and they like, if they help you with your luggage, you give them $1 or $2 per bag. That's kind of weird, right? I don't know, maybe not. It depends on how heavy the bag is. It's like, I don't know, it's like just putting the bag in the car. Also, welcome, Booney. Never tip my gas station attendant. Yeah, because like gas is so expensive, right? Why are you would tip someone to fill up the gas in your car? It's weird. Wolfie, it's the wealth distribution. I don't know. Theater arena usher. Casino machine attendant? $1 to $2 after servicing your machine? What? Dog walker? Tattoo artist? Okay, I don't know. Dog walker, I guess makes sense. They're walking your dog. Well, that's it. I'm sure there's plenty of others. It's so easy to pump your own gas, they're not really saving you any effort. Yeah, it's like... I guess you don't have to walk outside your car, but like, I don't know. Checkouts. They'll also clean your windshield for you. I don't know, but like... I don't know, it's like... Do you need that though? I know sometimes, like, there are people that are just like, some people, they'll just stand on highways, and then when there's traffic, while you're waiting for traffic, they'll just offer to like wash your windshield for you. And obviously then they expect you to pay them. You guys ever seen that? Those people? Yeah, I don't drive, but I feel like I've seen those people. Do they tell you how much it's always the dirtiest, right? You get those too? I feel like I've seen at least one. To the point where I know that they exist, at least. Is it legal for them? I don't know. Probably not. No, I mean, I don't know. Is it illegal? I don't know. But like... It's too much. It's too much, okay? Or also like, those people that stand around in crowded places wearing mascot outfits. Like in LA and Times Square. They'll just be like in your photo. And then once they see that you took a photo that they happen to be in, they walk towards you and they're like, hey, you know, we make our living doing this. Would you consider tipping us? And they're like really aggressive about it. Cars have windshield wipers and water for a reason. Exactly. You could clean your own car. Did not know that was a thing. Yeah, that is a thing. I think the first time I visited California, I went there with my mom, and we were in LA, and I'd never seen, like, despite these people existing in New York, since like people don't go to Times Square, right? You live in New York, you don't go to Times Square. But like they had these people wearing mascot outfits. And then one of them was really close, and I was like, you know, why not take a photo with them? And then after I did that, they were very demanding for money. And that's when I know, don't do that. Don't take photos with those guys. California is real. It is real. It's too real. There's like a lot of common scams like that. Like people, you know, the people that approach you, they give you like a free CD and they're like, hey, check out my new track. And then they're like, once you touch it, they're like, oh, you touched it. That's like $5, man. That's a thing. I've had that happen to me once. My coworker was there, he knew the scam though. He just kept walking. And me, as someone who's like too polite, you know, sometimes like it's like, you know, they take advantage of that. They see that you're non-confrontational. If someone puts something in your hand, don't take it. Yeah. It's like, who even knows where that could have been? Even Monopoly money. I don't know. I feel like nowadays, if someone approaches me, I don't feel bad just walking away. Like maybe if this was like 10 years ago, I would like... It was hard for me to not talk to someone if they were speaking directly at me. You know, now I'm just like, who cares? I don't have to talk to you. Sometimes nearby college, there are candy scams that pretend to say they want money for charity. Candy scams? Oh, like people trying to sell candy to you? They're like, would you like to buy this Hershey's bar for charity? Get the fake petition, guys? I don't think I know what that is. Yeah, maybe they can just say, I don't have cash, since 90% of the time that's true for me anyway. Yo, but then what if they ask for your Venmo? Or like your PayPal? What if they have a credit card swiping machine on them? You're like, sorry, I don't have cash. It's like, oh no, that's fine. I got my debit card reader right here. I also accept Bitcoin. I got my Bitcoin wallet right here. Apple Pay, I got Apple Pay. You can pay me in Apple Pay. Yeah, MasterCard, Visa. Sometimes I wonder if Girl Scouts are a scam. The cookies? Girl Scout cookies. I've never had like a... The only time I've seen Girl Scout cookies are like... when someone would bring a box of them into the office. At that point I would have to respect the hustle. No, you don't. You're telling me if you told someone you don't have cash and they pulled up like a like a card reader that you would swipe your card? I wouldn't. They'd make you sign a fake petition and ask for money. The heck? You know, there's like entire YouTube channels where they talk about scams. Different scams around the world. But anyway, I think it's time to end the stream. We're on a good discussion topic, however, it's time to end. Okay, let's see. We caught many fish. You know what? I should sell the fish. Before I end the stream, I should sell the fish. $72. It's pretty good. You have to be quite oblivious to scan your card on a stranger's card reader. Yeah, but you gotta respect the hustle, though. Okay, let's see what day today is. Winter days today. Desk fast day. Desk fast day. Oh, hamster day. It's hamster day. International Day for Street Children. International Day of Pink. National Big Wind Day. National Maca Day. National Only Child. Yo, any only child here? Teak Awareness Day. Awareness Day. Yo, it's Yuri's night. Okay, it's about a guy named Yuri. The first man to explore space. Yuri. And then a bunch of birthdays. Okay, let's do Hamster Day. Yeah, Yuri night. What is that day on the pink stock photo? National 412. National 412's Day? What is that? I don't even know what that is. That's a 12. Let's do Hamster. Hamster Day raid. Okay. Who will I raid? Well, you could watch Chocojax play Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. I'm sure Hamflow streaming, right? Hamflow streaming Alien Isolation, you could watch that. But I am going to raid someone. I'm gonna raid someone who's streaming. I just followed this person like this week. SE_CH. Playing Minecraft. Let's raid this person. Alright. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with Dark Souls 2. And then Friday we got Miku Picross. Saturday we're going to be playing a game called... what was it? Landfall Archives. It's free. It's a free game. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. We had fun here. Talk about tipping culture. We talked about... I don't even know what else I talked about. Work. Talked about other things, fishing, project thing, destroying California. Did I talk about that? I don't even know. Well, that's it. Talk about vacations. Yeah, we talked about that. Tipping. The only thing I'm gonna remember is tipping. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking. Thanks for watching.